Hi, my dear listeners. Welcome to the new episode of Peter's English Podcast. This is the last episode of my series about Peter and Lucia Hruskova, the detective duo 7. Is the end of this detective series, but who knows? In the future I can continue but for now it's the end of this series. But in the future I want to do new fairy tales. You will see. Because I want to continue with my podcast, because I like learning English and doing my podcast. Now I want to read you the last 7 video series, and the last 7 episode of the series about Peter and Lucia Hruskova, the detective duo. We can start. Welcome again. Peter and Lucia Hruskova, the detective duo 7. 3 female dragons. 18 years ago, the Dragons Company was a powerful and evil organization with a vast fortune. Its owner, Dragon, was a wealthy dragon man who had 3 daughters. The dragon's daughters were Vladimira, the eldest, known for her cunning and rufflelessness. The second was Milena, the middle sister, manipulative and seductive. And the third was Draga, the youngest, with a fiery temper and deep hatred for Peter's family. The sisters were very successful, intelligent, attractive young women who built a formidable organization. They had friends everywhere. The Dragons Company enforced strict rules for anyone who entered their domain. The company wielded significant power. Peter's father killed Dragon, but at the time his daughters were just young girls and he believed they would be good. However, they grew into evil and terrifying women. Once they reached adulthood, the 3 daughters inherited their father's dark empire, becoming successful and dangerous. They harbored a deep resentment towards Peter for what his father had done and sought revenge. To execute their plan, they awakened Lucia's vampire sister Zora, who despised Lucia and wanted to turn her into a vampire. Initially, Zora seduced Mary's husband, who was a vampire werewolf hybrid. This act filled Mary with sadness and rage. She sought out Zora to confront her. Peter noticed something was off with Lucia. She seemed unwell, and no one could explain why. He began experiencing strange dreams every night, haunted by visions of Zora draining Lucia's blood. The following day, Peter discovered 2 red dots on Lucia's neck, confirming his worst fears. Zora was indeed drinking Lucia's blood nightly. Desperate for answers, Peter realized Lucia was transforming into a vampire and intended to feed on him. Luckily, Mary intervened just in time to save Peter from Lucia's impending attack. "Thank you for your help, Mary. We found you. I'd be a vampire now," Peter exclaimed. You're welcome. We need to find out who's behind this," Mary replied. The answer came swiftly in the form of a threatening message. "It's time to pay." This message was from the 3 dragon sisters seeking revenge for their father's death. "Don't worry, I'll help you. Zora seduced my husband and I want him back, while also destroying the organization. I'll protect you," Mary assured Peter. The next day, Mary discovered how to defeat Zora. She learned that Zora slept in a coffin within the ruins of a nearby castle. To end the threat, they needed to find Zora's coffin and burn it. However, the situation was complicated by Zora's powerful connections to the Dragons Company, which had its own agenda. The sisters' pet, a massive dragon, guarded Zora's castle day and night. Mary devised a plan to befriend the dragon for their advantage. That evening, they approached the castle, and Mary bravely climbed onto the sleeping dragon. When the dragon awoke, it was furious and ready to attack. However, Mary, knowing how to communicate with dragons, managed to calm it down. She promised the dragon that she would rescue its children, which had been taken by Zora. The dragon, eager to save its offspring, agreed to help Mary. Mary went in search of the dragon's babies while Peter sought out Zora's coffin. However, Mary fell into a trap. Zora had tricked her. Zora captured Peter, whilst Mary's husband, under Zora's influence, threatened to kill her. Zora intended to drink Peter's blood when Lucia suddenly appeared, having overcome Zora's poison coursing through her veins. This set the stage for an epic battle. Lucia attacked Zora, leading to a fierce confrontation. During the chaos, the dragon returned and began wreaking havoc, burning everything in sight. Peter finally located Zora's coffin, and with Mary's help, they burned it after defeating Zora. Lucia emerged victorious, reverting back to her human form. However, the dragon still posed a threat. Using her charm and beauty, Mary managed to befriend the dragon, securing its loyalty. And so, with Zora's vanished and the dragons now on their side, the battle came to a close, but the threat from Dragon's company remained. The end. This was, people, the last story from this series about Peter and Lucia Hruskova, the detective duo. I haven't ended this. I can continue with it in the future. We'll see, because I think it's very interesting. And my land is called the complete Peter's world. It's my symbol. It is the title, an unofficial title, but okay. I want to do my own Peter's English podcast community, the community full of my friends, the full community of my real friends, where we can learn and practice our speaking skills together in a fun way. And I want to do video episodes about it because I like learning English and doing my podcast. Please follow me. You can follow me. I'll be very happy. You can write me, but please polite. And for people who doesn't like my content and who always making fun of me or something bad, you don't need to watch me. You don't need to care about myself, but other people are welcome. Thank you for your watching. Thank you for your listening, and I want to end after 8 minutes. What I can tell you? I'm thinking about my podcast every day. I want to because I like it. I like to do it, and it's 8 minutes. I can end it. Because I think that the short episodes are good episodes, because the long episodes are too long episodes, and I want to pay your attention. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I want to tell you bye bye.